Talk to us.
I said this after the playoffs. I said he's earned the ability to be quarterback number one. That's barring injury. I mean, and right now he's out for 6 months. He just had his surgery February 22nd, I believe. He literally just had surgery. So he's really trying to. We're The thing is, right now when he comes back, he may be. He's to me, he's the best quarterback on the team right now. Now I understand that Trey Lance hasn't had the opportunity to play, and I want him to have the opportunity to prove that he can play. Simply because of where he was drafted, and I think that he's good enough. I've seen what he did in the offseason, so I know how good he can be. It just hasn't come to fruition on the field. Mainly because he's been injured. Because remember, his rookie year, he had messed up his thumb. He played in a couple of games, and that was pretty much it. I mean, he wasn't starting. Jimmy Garoppolo was the starter, but he played in a few games and got in a couple snaps. Then last year, played in the monsoon in the first week of the season against the Bears, and then the second week, as they were driving the ball, like you said, Joe, the play I still don't understand to this day. Kyle Shanahan calls a play to have him run up the middle, and he did it in like back-to-back plays. And I'm like, look, he's not Cam, he's not Josh Allen, he's not built like that. I don't understand why you're driving him, and you're going to cause an injury for that, and that's exactly what happened. He got injured for the rest of the year. Now he was injured, but now he's actually throwing and everything right now with other receivers, so he's prepared to play. So right now, as the offseason, when the offseason starts, he's going to be QB1 because Brock Purdy is not going to be there because of injury. But based on the play and based on how the team played last year, Brock Purdy should be the quarterback. I said this at the end of the season. I said this before the season ended, that the way Brock Purdy has played, he should be the quarterback. There's no reason to give it to Trey Lance. I understand he was drafted third overall. I understand what the capital you gave up for him, but we go based off of what you play. Whoever played well, you give them the opportunity to be the quarterback. Brock Purdy came in as the third string after Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt and took us on an 8-game win streak. Won his first two playoff games, and then he got hurt against the Eagles, and that was it. So Brock Purdy should be. There's no reason to, like Carl said, no reason to take the political route. He's the quarterback. He played well, so he should have it. Now it all depends on how the preseason stops. If he gets injured again, then of course Trey Lance is going to be in. But right now, it's Brock Purdy.
Um, I think he should be QB1. I don't think Brock Purdy is better though. I'm not gonna go there. I've been saying that all last year. He's a product of Kyle Shanahan's offense. And then he walked in with Chris McCaffrey as his on the backfield. So, I mean, you got Chris McCaffrey, Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Kyle Shanahan calling plays, Trent Williams on the offensive line with the number one defense. I mean, you better be good. Talking about you better be good. So I think Trey Lance, like I said, he has something that Brock Purdy doesn't have: speed. He has he's a running quarterback. So but I do think Brock Purdy earned the right to be QB1 going into camp, but it should be a competition all the way. It should be a competition. It should be an opportunity for Trey Lance to get the spot. If Trey Lance look well, and then this might be a blessing in the my bad, Dave. It might be a blessing in disguise for Trey Lance because instead of giving it, first of all, you got traded. They traded up to come get you, so that's a privilege thing right there. And then
Mm-hmm.
you were already told next year you're gonna be starting no matter what happens. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
happened. He started. Brock Purdy came in, same draft as you. Boom. Did well, right? So now Trey Lance humble himself and he has to re-earn his spot. And maybe that will help him get pushed during the off season to be a better quarterback this year. So I like it. I like that John Lynch did say that though.
Yeah.
The boy. Okay, Lamar.
I
Sorry, go
want
ahead.
I want to scale this back a few years. The 49ers had to be the stupidest team to trade with the Miami Dolphins, my team, for the third overall pick just to just to get Trey Lance. I did not agree with that. I thought they was going to go out and get Justin Fields because Justin Fields was in the Shanahan quarterback camp, and that was a whole big thing. So everybody was thinking they was going to go in that direction. Now, the thing is with Trey Lance that I have an issue with, is the fact that he's only played one complete season at North Dakota State. So the inexperience is definitely there. Now, as far as the situation with the Brock Purdy, if he should be the starter, I don't think so. I think he should go into training camp and let it be an open competition to see who can win the job. I don't. As far as like the politics thing, Trey Lance is the first round pick. Excuse me, the first round pick. So obviously, rights is definitely going to go to him. But we're going to go ahead and go with the quarterback competition. But Brock Purdy did show me some things during the course of the season last year. He only had like one loss. He was like 8-1 last year. Y'all could have. I strongly believe the 49ers could have beat the Eagles if he didn't get hurt. To be honest with you, but it's got to be an open competition. I don't believe that they're going to hand the keys to Brock Purdy. But at the same time, I think that Trey Lance does have a higher ceiling than Brock Purdy. I'm having like a comparison of Brock Purdy to Taylor Heineke, if we're being honest with each other. But yeah, Trey Lance definitely has the higher ceiling, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I disagree with. I don't think I disagree with that at all. I mean, look at for one, and I'll tell you why he was drafted. I didn't agree with us drafting him that high. I think I felt like if we were going to draft Trey Lance, we could have stayed where we were and drafted him there. We had the 12th overall pick that season. We could have drafted him there and still kept our picks. If we were going to draft him, we should have did that. The reason why we traded up to number 3 pick is because Kyle Shanahan was trying to see if the Patriots were going to try to trade up to try to get Mac Jones. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why he did that. Now, I thought it was stupid. I still think it was stupid. I don't understand why you did that. This is Bill Belichick. When has he ever traded up for a quarterback? When has he ever traded up for a high pick? Maybe 1 or 2 times in his entire coaching career with the Patriots. But I don't understand why Kyle Shanahan thought that was the smart thing to do. Now, so when I said that Brock Purdy was better, I'm just talking about as in how he played last year. Not saying overall he's the better quarterback between the two. I think Trey's better. But based off of how he played better than what Trey did when he played, even though he only played in 2 games, starting as the quarterback. Now, what I believe, and I also said this too last year. I said I believe that Trey Lance is going to be started. He's going to be QB1 during the offseason because Trey Lance is not going to be because Purdy's not going to be ready, and that there should be an open competition. Now, I don't think what John Lynch said that there's not going to be a competition, but I think what he said was that Brock Purdy is going to be QB1, but Trey Lance still has an opportunity to play. Now, Trey Lance is not on the trade block for one, but they are open to see if anyone's going to trade for him. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think anybody's going to trade for Trey Lance unless it's maybe a 3rd or 4th overall pick. I mean, 3rd or 4th round pick. No one's going to trade a 1st round pick for Trey Lance because he's unproven. And about him not being able to play, only playing a few games, it was a COVID season. And because of his program, they didn't play. They only played in 1 game that COVID year. So that wasn't his fault that he couldn't play in a whole nother season. He was prepared to play another season, but he just couldn't because of the COVID season because the program didn't want them to play. So that's not on him. I understand the experience, but he would have had more experience if it wasn't for that COVID
year. Yeah. I mean, listen, everybody's saying I like Purdy, man, but Purdy worked the system and he looked better because he played in a better team. That's how I look at it. Like, think about it. When Trey Lance's first game, the weather conditions was terrible in Chicago.
It was a monsoon there, man.
Huh?
It was a monsoon. It was raining crazy. The conditions were terrible.
And it was the first game of the season. That's up in the air already. And then the second game got hurt. So, but now with Christian McCaffrey, with his dual threat abilities, Debo, dual threat abilities, Brandon, you got there, Travis Kelce, George Kittle. I mean, they got weapons with the defense. And y'all adding pieces on defense. Like, come on, man. Like, Trey Lance, I think that he will win out the job and he'll eventually be QB1 when the season starts. So, but I'm pretty sure we're going to talk more about that as the all season goes.
I'm okay with either one being quarterback. I just want,
as long as you win.
Yeah, that's it. I just want to win. That's it.
That's good though. You got a quarterback problem is actually good. It's actually a good problem.
We've had that for like the last 3 years. I don't want that anymore.
For the wrong reasons though. Like
exactly.
Come on, like. All right.
Let Mark say Jimmy G was better.
Hey, we should do some potential trade partners because DeVore, Miami. I mean, I need to hit up Baltimore and see what's up with Lamar.
At this
I need to hit
point,
up
since
Baltimore.
they got the 5th-year option on Tua, that kind of went out the window. But
But they can
I'll
still
take
trade to
anybody,
her though.
huh?
They can trade to her.
They could, but I don't see them doing it now that they pick up the 5th-year option. I'll
His
take
loyalty.
anybody over Tua at this point.
I don't see anybody giving up a lot for Tua either, simply because of what happened last year with his concussions.
Well, it's not a lot. It's just he'll be part of the package.
I'll give him Tua in a third.
Yeah, they're gonna probably want more than that.
Yeah, they're not gonna take a third.
For Trey Lance, I'll take him up the
No,
third.
he's talking about Lamar Jackson.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lamar? Oh,
Trey.
yeah. Nah, you going to the second, the highest I'm giving you.
That's they don't draft capital. They did trade it first, but you know who got the draft capital and who got the money? Detroit Lions. Go get Lamar, Detroit. Jared Goff.
We'll have draft capital after the draft this year.
Yeah, we'll have our first round pick.
We need something right now. We need to sign Roquan. We need to sign one right now. All right, let's go. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.